He's not gonna jump it, is he? He's jumping it.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Mini Metal Fab. I'm Brandon.
I'm Russ.
And today we're working on a new project. We got ourselves a Honda ATC 110.
We had another 110 that was a little bit older. We brought that with us to Bosco last year, so that thing was pretty rough. I ended up trading it for the KX85.
Yep.
And I found this one for a relatively decent price. And
yeah.
It's in way better condition.
Yeah, it's almost mint.
It has the glove box, has the toolbox, and it has the back rack too.
Yup, we got the back rack for it. So we're gonna put the back rack back on, and then we're gonna fix this thing up. We gotta pump up the tires here. We gotta work on our handbrake here because this cable's stuck and seized. So we gotta take this off and try to get the cable free. And then we gotta get it running. It doesn't run. So we're gonna pull the carb out and clean that and our gas tank. We gotta do something about this because it's bad. It's so rusty and so nasty. So we're gonna clean it out and fix the holes and then put some sealer in there and get it cleaned up good.
To start, we're just gonna let it soak in some vinegar. That'll clean the whole inside.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off by removing the seat and the gas tank, and so we can pull the carb out and disassemble that to get it cleaned up, and we'll probably try airing up the tire.
Giving some air in the tires. That side was really low. This side wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
And tires weren't in terrible condition either.
Nah, the rear ones are pretty nice. A little bit dry rotted, but that's all right. They still got good tread. We'll wear them out first, you know. Oh, this is gonna be a little tricky to get to. So I followed our brake linkage up here all the way down. Runs down this linkage here. This seems to be stuck, so I'm gonna spray it all with some WD-40. Just get it all working and cleaned up here. So that way it can rotate good. And hopefully we can get this working again. That would be good.
I'm gonna go ahead and just drain out all the old oil. Already looked at it, looked pretty dark. So, drain it out, put some fresh stuff in it. It'll be mint. Already cracked it loose, but it's at that weird spot where you can't get it by hand. But it feels really loose on the ratchet. Oop. Yeah, definitely time for an oil change. Have the gas tank over here. We're just letting it sit. Haven't decided yet. Maybe overnight. Just gonna let it eat away all the rust in the bottom of the fuel tank. And while that's over there, Brandon's cleaning the carburetor. Got that off. Oil is all drained out. Gonna put the plug back in, fill it back up, and there's a few things we have to order yet before we can make it complete. Like, we should be able to run it how it is, but it doesn't have the hose for the air box.
I just pulled the fuel petcock off, and look at this. Look how dirty it is in there. That is bad. It's like sand. Look at what just came out of this. Nasty. I got the carb cleaned out. I'm getting it back assembled. Our O-ring here is ripped, and it's really shot, and we don't have a new one, so we're gonna cover it in some ultra red gasket maker just to help it seal up so we don't get any carb leaks.
I'm gonna remove this wheel and look at our chain. So this will make things a lot easier. Ooh, that is in there. Got the wheel off. That cotter pin was really locked in up against the castle nut. I was able to remove the inspection window there. Had to use a heat gun on this just to soften this up some. But the chain, it's not the best, but it's also not terrible. I want to take the side cover off here and just look at the sprocket, look at everything, see how it looks on the inside there. So I had to move the stand over, and I'm going to start by taking this off, and I should be able to remove the whole cover. Okay, that was a little tricky, but finally got the cover off, and not too bad, just a little dirty. Sprocket has some life on it yet. Chain, however, might need to be replaced. And carburetor's back on. Now we're working on putting a throttle on. We had a leftover throttle from my bike because we upgraded that, and this one that was on here wasn't the best, so we're putting that on now. Lubed up the chain, and now we're putting our cover back on. And then up top, got the throttle on. Now we're focusing on removing our brake lever, but that thing is seized on there. So we're working on that. That'll be on, and then we'll have to tension the axle a little bit in the rear, and then it'll be almost ready for a ride. There's a few things we need. We need a new brake cable for the handbrake. We can still use the, no we can't. It all runs in through there. I think it's kind of neat though. At least this model has a hand and foot brake, but they're both connected through the same lever, which is really neat. Wait. We still can use the foot brake lever, we just won't have any hand brake.
Yeah.
Well, after some quick thinking, Brandon was able to get this undone. We used
an impact driver.
Yeah.
This is a rare tool with a spring-loaded system that when you hit it, it clicks and ratchets and turns, and you can change it from between Phillips and flatheads. And the Phillips got stripped out as I was trying it because it's super stuck. So I took the grinding wheel, put a little flathead in the top of the nut here, switch it to a flathead so I could hit it harder and turn harder, and boom, came right out second try. I'm gonna install the rear rack here. Obviously this stuff is all gonna get taken off and repainted, and the frame's gonna get stripped down and repainted and everything. But for now,
we want to see how she fits.
Yeah. So I believe it goes on here, just like this. Just like that. Look at that.
Well, have the side cover on, wheels back on. That top brake lever is finally off. I'm gonna fill with oil and then put back on our plastics, and it'll be good for tonight.
Well, we're gonna test for spark. Russell's gonna pull it over. I'll hold it against the metal. Go ahead. Oh, we have spark. I see it there, it's faint. We got it. Yeah.
I just have to clean it up some, it's pretty dirty.
Yeah, wire brush it. All right, we're gonna try to fire it up since it's got spark. We got our system here. I'll hold it up for a minute, let it drain in good. All right, Russell, go ahead. Try flipping that. Yeah, I'll get the throttle.
Should I turn the idle in?
Huh?
Should I turn the idle up?
I don't know. Just try to. Run. Oh. Yeah.
Just need some idle.
Try to feed again, maybe. Whew.
It's tiring, isn't it?
Very.
Look how dirty.
Dude, my hands are destroyed. Come on.
Maybe a little more brake clean?
Maybe. I don't know why it's not running off the fuel.
I don't know. Was the choke stuck?
I think I had the choke on.
Ah.
Yeah. Come on, one more time. Maybe this needs to be like this. I'm out of breath from pulling that thing so many times.
It loves brake clean. Better we finally got the right fuel.
Yeah. Dude, it's running pretty good. I don't think it needs more idle. A little bit less idle, if anything.
It likes to run away.
That's weird.
The idle isn't doing anything.
No, it's not. So we made a bunch more progress on this thing. We got the gas tank fully cleaned out.
It's
It's way better inside now.
The vinegar did just its thing.
Yup.
This was all dirty.
Covered in rust.
There was not too great.
Yup.
But like, it's almost a new tank on the inside.
Yeah, and we only let it sit for maybe like 20 hours. So like, if you would have let it sit for the full 48, what most people do, it would have probably been perfect. So we'll probably go back in and do it again. Yeah. But just for now, just we wanted to try it. So we put it back together because we got the rack on with all new bolts and everything. We got to trim these so that way they're the right length because we didn't have any that were shorter that would fit. But we'll just trim them down off the end of the world. And it's all back together. Looking good. We got new fuel line on it. Got the carb fully cleaned out. And I figured we got new gasket made in there. In between here with our red gasket, like spacer thing that was in there before. So that fixed our air leak. And then I got the carb dialed in. So it idles beautifully now. It revs up beautifully. I think we need to do a valve adjustment, which that's up in here. And down in this guy here.
Just a bit loud. It ticks.
Yeah, so we'll ride it around for a bit, and then we'll get the engine worn in, and now it comes back to life. And then we'll do the valves.
The exhaust definitely smells like the 80s.
Yeah, the exhaust is a little bit rough. It needs a new pipe. Bad. This one's a little bit rusty and very, very quiet, surprisingly. I think it might be plugged up a bit. All this See all this crap on the ground here? This all flew out of the exhaust when we fired it up. So there's definitely some garbage in there. And something's hanging down. Spiders.
Probably the baffle rusted out.
We gotta wash this thing. I'd say this was a pretty easy one to get running. Almost as easy as my KTM.
It was a really good purchase.
Yeah, really good purchase. What did we pick this up for?
I think only like
600?
Yes.
Yeah, 600 bucks we got this thing for. It's in pristine condition. It even has the back rack, which is super rare. I didn't even know these came with these things. Or that wasn't even an option. Headlight works. Taillight needs a new bulb, we think, because the taillight doesn't work and the lens cover's cracked. So we're gonna have to get a new one of them. But we'll do that soon.
pretty much the same deal as
Get a new exhaust. Get a carb rebuild kit. So that way the carb is just fully refreshed with everything brand new.
just as you said, like kind of same deal as the KTM, where dude just had it sitting for a while, couldn't get it running, but it didn't need much.
Nope. Cleaned out the carb.
Days worth of
Cleaned out the gas tank. Aired up the tires. Now we're about to see what it can do. Dude, it's almost crashing already. It's in high range right now. There's high and low range. If he wants to drift it, we're definitely going to put it in low. Yeah, get that light on. That's awesome. I love that. That's so cool. It sounds like a tiny motorcycle. It's hilarious. It came in hot. Did you hit the switch?
You're right.
All right, we got it in low range. He's gonna try a wheelie now. It's got a low and high beam?
Yeah.
That's sick. Put the low beam on. You gotta be way back farther, yeah. Get your weight back. Oh, I probably just ran out of gas.
So I actually just
Oh, the bars are bent.
I bumped the kill switch.
The
Whatever.
bars are really bent.
Don't worry about it.
That's a shame. We'll have to get new bars for this thing then. I'll try to find some OEM ones.
Less talky. We're running out of gas. It definitely needs some carb tuning because, like, the other one seemed to have a little more pep. And it does want to roll very easily. He's not gonna jump it, is he? He's jumping it.
Russell said he wants to try the jump now. Yeah! It's so much fun. We gotta get more gas, and we gotta figure out why it's not giving us full power. I think the exhaust is plugged and it needs the valve adjustment bad. That would help. Because if we can get full power, it could really easier. It's not revving out all the way, I don't think. Russell, put your knee on the seat. Yeah! There you go. Oh. Yeah, oh! Dude's better at it than I am. Oh. Oh, yeah! That was good. Oh! Good thing we have that guard there, the cage, so that way it hits that and not the fenders. That's mint. Dude, it's awesome. I'll try another wheelie real quick.
I know, quick hit it. Yeah.
What gear was that in?
Third? I don't know.
Dude, it was in third.
This thing is so much forgiveness. Like, it's just like you can get off it, hop on it, and it will still be in gear but not going, and it'll be ready to go. It has no power in the low. First gear has nothing.
No, I'm in second right now.
Yeah. Less pickup, more throttle.
Sounds better. Gotta get a little higher.
Yeah! Well, as you heard and seen, this thing has potential, but it does need more work, and we're already kind of getting into it. We have the gas tank off. There's still a little bit of rust that was making its way into the carburetor.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and we're gonna tune it up, get it mint. You
Yes.
heard it breaking up as you get on the throttle.
But full throttle wouldn't quite work, but you can get about half throttle and then it'll kind of say blah. But
It's
we
very,
are gonna
very wheeliable.
do a part 2 on this thing where we do a bunch more maintenance to it, add a few more things to fix it up and get it OEM and running better and riding better, and then we'll get a bunch more riding clips and wheeling clips and maybe get some drifting clips if it has power to drift.
We're
then
gonna try
finally
and get it to be able to send harder.
Yeah.
Right now it's kind of like
that was just the best you could do with it.
it putts around.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, thanks for
Like,
watching.
Share, comment, subscribe to see more content like this and all of our custom builds. As you can see them in the back there, we got a bunch of stuff going on. So stay tuned for all of that,
And we'll see you in
the
part
next
2.
one.
Yeah.